Well, should we try midwife? No? What about pregnant? Not done oh, hello, there's loads for pregnant. Because I want to know more about this apparent pregnancy that you've suddenly developed, that no baby has been mentioned and you don't look like you're pregnant.
I got pregnant.
Okay, yeah.
Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
I see, you're unmarried. Shame on you! It's fine. Although in 94, so 20 years ago, it probably wouldn't have been as cool. Back in the 90s.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again.
You threw up.
This happens some days.
Morning sickness.
I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Okay, yes. So what was the date on that? 25th, 27th. Okay, yeah. Although it is 9 PM at night, so I'm not sure why morning sickness counts, but does morning sickness now just happen in the mornings? Now? Why am I saying now? Does it just happen in the mornings? I don't know. People throw up all the day long, don't they? If they've got that thing. So I was going to say that gene, but it's not. Some people sail through it without getting any morning sickness. Some people get it for like the first trimester, and then it stops. But yeah. Can you imagine that? Wake up every morning feeling either nauseous or wanting to throw up for like 3 months. Blah. Blah.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
On your birthday? You told me you were pregnant on your birthday.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower.
Oh, I see.
Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
It's a happy ending. Well, I'm seeing some similarities here between you and Rapunzel. See what we get. Oh, look, lots of Rapunzel. Do we perhaps think we are Rapunzel? Mm-hmm.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children.
We?
I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it.
Oh, similarities, dear.
Are any of these in colour?
What?
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
What card? They're just giving her cards. This is just weird. I can see if she's... This is either one or two ways. Assumedly she is guilty, and we've got to make sure that we find that out. But... I don't even know. I assume there's something about Glasgow and proving that she was actually not in Glasgow, but we'll go back to Glasgow in a minute once I've gone out of the Rapunzel route. To be fair, the Rapunzel route might give me something.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else?
Hairs?
I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Long blonde hair? So there's a hair. A hair was found on the body. I think silver was also found on the body, which is used for the mirrors. In fact, I've got to ask her about that. Hair and silver. Let's get on that in a minute. Hair and silver. Just writing it in caps. This book is a fucking mess now.
We were obsessed with fairy tales.
Why are you saying we? There was only one of you in the attic.
But the traditional ones.
I thought.
They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life.
They are pretty violent.
We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
You're really into fairy tales, aren't you? Right, good lord. Right, let's ask you about hair. There's a few about... This bloody guitar's back.
What kind of hairs?
Okay, so hairs were found. 2 minutes 36.
You want me to play something?
Oh, but go on then. I'm not brilliant, but go on then.
Something needs tuning.
That sounds fun. What are you going to play?
How about a traditional ballad?
Is it about Rapunzel?
Should be right up your street.
And hair?
Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain.
She's not bad.
The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Is this perhaps you talking about pushing Eve in the water and holding her down?
See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. All the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain.
It's gotta sound like it, isn't it?
Her pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. She pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Did you replace Eve?
Floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Right. There's too many similarities there. I'm not sure how traditional a ballad it is. I'm starting to wonder whether she discovered that, what was her name, Florence, wasn't her real mother, so she pushed her down the stairs, read and burned the diary, and left at the age of 8. Then maybe she drowned Eve and took Eve's place. Because she said, my name's Eve, or did she say my name's Hannah? And then it was like, oh, no, it's not. So I think there's something going on with the twins. Definitely. Let's try silver, see what we get for silver. An extra one for silver.
Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Oh. I see. Did we ask you about the mirror? Yes, almost.
The mirror.
The mirror.
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
I put it somewhere safe.
Oh, did you?
Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Lost mirror, but evidence. Which means you're bullshitting us. This is earlier on, isn't it? The 27th. When's this? 30th. So she's unwinding. That's really early. So yeah, she's sort of unwinding a little bit. So what do I need to ask? Let's try Gothel just to see if we get anything. No, it's just that when she's talking about Rapunzel, that's fine. Blonde. A few bits about blonde.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
There's so much stuff.
He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh, did you hear me flick my page there? That was a... Oh, we're on the right, because Rapunzel's blonde as well. So there's a lot of strange shit going down here.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
Blonde wig.
Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap. Cat flap. You have a cat. So there's a blonde wig and a cat flap. Wig. Oh shit, we've got loads now. So are you perhaps dressing up as Rapunzel?
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
I'm on to you now, bitch.
No, I've never worn a wig.
Lies!
What kind of wig?
You've just asked what kind of wig. Twice.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
What?
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
There we go.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park.
So you're Eve.
I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me.
Oh.
She was fatter,
Oh.
flushed.
Oh, because she's pregnant.
If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in.
Weird.
That was the plan.
Fucking weird. So either we're talking about... There we go. I think that's... Whenever that shows up, I think it means I'm on the case. So we're either talking about two twins who exist in a world where they both pretend to be the same person, or we're talking about a woman who believes she is both twins. So split personality, effectively. Despite the fact it's very hard to prove the split personality exists, because usually it is symptomatic of something else. For example, a lot of people think that schizophrenia has split personality in it as a given. No, there are some symptoms that can manifest with certain types of schizophrenia, but it's not the same as... And it's very hard to prove that there is indeed two separate personalities in a human brain. Because how do you prove that it's not just someone faking it? It's very hard to prove. I say faking it could also be a part of mental illness. So they're not intentionally faking it, but could be the brain faking it. So I don't know, it's one of the two. It could be they're talking to both twins. I just don't really know here. I mean, this is... This one where she's in this outfit, the white sort of outfit, is where her latest interviews. So she seems to be the most unhinged in those versus really early on. But I don't know whether they actually are just talking to a different twin who is the unhinged one.
This was about 9.
What?
I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
About 9? So what, 9 p.m? 9 p.m? 9 p.m. on the Friday? I'm not sure. It's starting to get a bit weird. Let's try cat and see what we get. Oh shit, there's loads for cat.